Our achievements can be seen from both tangible and intangible aspects. If I am to describe the tangible ones, we have completed a collection of agenda from 11 regional states of Ethiopia and 2 city administrations at the same time. And at the same time also we went to the diaspora to talk to the Ethiopian diaspora there, and we also collected agenda from them. At the same time, we also have representatives of the diaspora that are going to take part in the Ethiopian National Dialogue Conference, which, God willing, be conducted in this year, this Ethiopian year. And at the same time, our outreach, our working with political parties, for instance, the time we started, we had only 2 political parties to get started with. But as we went through, after having observed, I would say, scrutinized our processes, then they joined us. Now we are working with over 55 political parties. The intangible achievements, the intangible goals that we have achieved are the feeling among the people, the trust, and the degree of peace. This I'm not speaking simply in a sort of wish list aspect, but rather I was currently in Walaga University in Oromia region, Nagamt, and we had about 50 papers presented in the conference, almost all of them exclusively focused on Ethiopia's National Dialogue Commission processes. And some of the tangibles they presented were in comparison to GPI, Global Peace Index. How, as a result of the national dialogue being conducted in Ethiopia, the feelings, the attitudes, perceptions of the people changed over time. We also saw this situation in Bahir Dar. That was 3 months ago, and I was there a keynote speaker, and I listened to the scholars. And again, they would tangibly present the achievements as a result of, again, national dialogue being conducted, people's expectations really raising, and peaceful conditions created. So these are some of the intangibles which you can not measure them, but you can see them, you can feel them. So overall, so far, so good. It has been positive. How inclusive is the Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission? Okay, we are inclusive. Number one, even if we go, say, numerically, over 120,000 people took part in the very process, each of them selected from their respective communities. And most important in terms of inclusivity is ideas. Those ideas which contradict the current government ideology or outlook or the way of governing. Even those also opposing ideas have been included. These are ascertained by the very people who are taking part in it. And as you know, if you can stay here some longer time, we are having international participants coming with those questions. And before this meeting, we conduct another meeting as prelude to this. And there they also were almost praising our inclusivity, because another measure of inclusivity is our going to abroad, beyond Ethiopia, so as to include those Ethiopians who were outside Ethiopia. They were there simply because in Ethiopia they couldn't live together amicably and peacefully, for the conflicts kept on. And so we have to discuss with them what took them there and what fundamental causes of conflicts in their perceptions. So we had to go, to those opposition ideas, polarized areas, polarized medias. So as far as we're concerned, at idea level, at word level, at practical level, and even physical body representation, we have been so far, we believe, it's been inclusive. And some research findings, this is not PhD thesis, but published articles also showed that we are doing better, about 70%, 70 to 85% inclusivity there. But our weakness, Achilles heel, is and the area of accessibility, the communication aspect. So overall, the inclusivity aspect is very promising. Their ideas were represented. And they said, this is what Amhara Fano says. Then the intellectual from 10 Amhara universities, I was in Bahada, and we were hosting them there, and they just brought out, some are really difficult to speak in public for this very respected media. I can't say this and that, but yes, their ideas were included. Even we were also trying to reach out to them, covered, not overtly, with the Amhara Peace Council. They have a Peace Council committee, and we are also working with them so as to reach out. The same is true with OLA, Oromo Liberation Army, and their ideas through Abagadas and religious leaders. We had the ideas already, and also physically, they took part even in the very national dialogue process in Adaye. The challenges in the main are divided into three. The first one is idea level. That idea level is, it is impossible. You can't undertake such a huge task in this backward country. No, because this country is not capable of hosting such activities. No, because Ethiopia's political culture has always been winners take all, rather than all emerging winners. So these belief systems, these ideas were real challenges. Second, word level, semantic level. That is through social media, and particularly some social media activists, very negative role. It is impossible. The National Dialogue Commission itself is stillborn. It cannot reach, it cannot address Ethiopia's peace questions, and so don't take part. And as a result, some political parties which quitted, and then finally, after having seen our processes, our transparency, our inclusivity, then they joined us. They changed their mind, because the way we reach out to the people, the way the very people themselves, you know how influential they are, then you could see those. The third level is, the third challenge is the conflict on the ground. As we already mentioned a moment ago, at least alluded to when we were working in Amhara region, for instance, we were told not to go at all. And while we were there, then they started this word level of propaganda. There was this mine explosion, bomb explosions and that, but we were working there in Amhara region in the Bahadar University Stadium. I was there, and they were saying that no one was killed because I was leading the very process itself. So, and just touching upon the point, how we also handled the challenges themselves. So these are the challenges we had, but at the same time we resolved them through cooperation with particularly media, including your media, the Amhara regional media, and private media at the same time, even international media as well. So with these all cooperatively, and of course the government, the religious leaders, civil societies, political parties, they helped us to deal with these challenges as well. Ethiopia's national dialogue has three pillars. The first pillar is building national consensus. The second one is building trust between state and society, and at the same time, even among societies themselves. The third one, exactly the question you have asked me, is building a culture of peace, making dialogue a culture. When people get angry, anxious, they don't have to run to the jungle carrying their guns, but come back to around the table or under the shade of a tree, then discuss it. See each other into eye to eye. And that paradigm shift can make Ethiopia's peace sustainable. Ethiopia's quest now for even national interest, such as access to the sea, because it requires unity. It requires coming together. It requires oneness, both state and people. So national dialogue lays foundation for that.